What's going on, everybody? It's Alex the Dark Slayer, and I got some really depressing, really sad news for you guys today, or at least for me. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Microsoft, in a gambit to kind of outdo PlayStation with their exclusive last year, they pretty much admitted that they needed exclusive, and they started buying up everyone. They bought up everyone from Activision to Bethesda to a whole bunch of people, pretty much. And one of the studios that they got in the deal with Bethesda was one of my favorite studios, Tango Gameworks. Tango Gameworks was created by Shinji Mikami, who is the creator of Resident Evil. Under Tango, he made The Evil Within 1 and 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Ghostwire Tokyo, to name a few. Late last month, Shinji left the studio. That was like a huge head scratcher at the time, and now we kind of know why. Turns out the ship was sinking and he didn't want to go down with it. It's believed that he was having issues with Bethesda for a while because they wanted him to keep making horror games because, in all honesty, that's what he's really good at, and they wanted to keep making more money. But it seems like he wanted to try something else, which is most likely why he started making Hi-Fi Rush. Turns out Microsoft decided to just pretty much dissolve the studio, and they laid everyone off in this ridiculous move because it seems like they kind of pulled an Activision last year. They did their best to buy a whole bunch of studios in an attempt to bring out all these amazing games, kind of similar to what the people who bought Crystal Dynamics from Square Enix. They're Embracer Group. That's who they are. Embracer Group sat up there and bought a whole bunch of studios, and now they're laying everybody off and getting rid of companies with their IPs, which kind of defeats the whole point. It's something you see in the current video game industry landscape where people or developers buy other developers with the intent of making new games for IPs, and then it's like they bit off more than they could chew. They starting to lose or spend more money to something they clearly didn't calculate, and then they end up letting everyone go. Microsoft is now doing it. Embracer Group did it. It's a very scary trend. I thought Tango Gameworks would be here for at least another 15 or 20 years. I'm surprised that Tango actually banked before Platinum Games, because Platinum Games always felt like it was in a worse position. But this is pretty sad for me because just the other day I was looking up for any rumors on The Evil Within 3. If you know me or you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm always playing third-person horror games. So this is a pretty big letdown, but it's one of those things. It's just like, I hope the video game industry heals. I don't know what's going on. PlayStation hasn't had a lot of good games come out, and their PlayStation Plus is abysmal. But I still think they're doing better than Microsoft in a sense where they're not letting go of studios. They're having a lot of layoffs, but Microsoft is not just letting go of studios. At the launch of the current Xbox, they announced Hellblade. They announced Stalker. They announced so many video games. They announced new studios created just to bring some of these games out. And I think maybe one, or if not any, have released since launch. I don't think Xbox has any exclusive games to play at all right now. And I have no idea how their diehard fan base is still holding on, and it's a bummer. As a person who plays both, I grew up more so with PlayStation, but my best friends have always played Xbox, so I've always played both, and then I started playing both for YouTube. So it's one of those things. It's like I don't really have a side. I kind of like to look at things objectively, but something's gonna have to change. They're already talking about the PS6, and I feel like this generation hasn't even started. Like, I'm still waiting for Infamous Second Son in the PlayStation 4 era, because like the PlayStation 4 era, that generation of consoles with the Xbox One didn't feel like it started until Infamous came, and then a whole bunch more games started coming out almost regularly. Every other week there was a new game you just had to get, and it's just not that way with the PS5, and I'm waiting for things to get back to that point. Right now, if they release a PS6 or if they release an Xbox whatever, I won't buy it at all, because you didn't even make this generation work. You didn't even try. So like I wouldn't buy it, because I think for the first 2 years of this generation, nobody could even get a console because they were either always bought out or they were over $1,000, and nobody's gonna pay that. No one's gonna put a car payment on a console every few years just because you can't get games out. So I hope things change. But yeah, right now things are looking kind of scary. Once again, this is Alex the Dark Slayer signing off. You guys be sure to subscribe to my channel, and we got more stuff coming soon. A lot more gameplay, a lot more things like that. Peace and much love to you guys.